Learn beyond the infinity. Future starts here.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Quantum Explorer. In today's video, we will discuss about hashing, why we need hashing, what is hashing, and the number hashing. So let's begin. What is initial problem to understand why hashing required? Let's have a problem. We have a problem that we must return how many times a number will appear in this array. Means in this array we can see 1 appear thrice, 2 appear twice, and 3 appear once. So we should return this. So first of all, we have approach. What kind of approach we have? We have a brute force approach. Let's say user says find for n is equals to 1. User said that find how many times 1 appear in this array. So first of all, we declare a variable count initial value 0, and we iterate in all loop for int I is equals to 0 till I less than length of array and I plus plus, and whenever array of I is equal to whenever array of I become n, we do count plus plus, and finally we return count. This is the brute force solution. But there is only 6 number of elements in an array. But what if there are 10 raised to power 6, 10 raised to power 7 elements? So time complexity become more hard and not industry level accepted. So to avoid it, we have the concept of hashing. What is that? Let's understand. Let's say somehow I came to know that the maximum number in number inside this array I have is, let's say, 10. I came to know that. So first of all, I create an array of size 10. Initially, I fill all the elements with 0. How this hashing will work? My hashing will work like that. I iterate inside this array. When I come to the 1, oh, this is the 1. Then I come to this my hash array. I called this array is equals to hash array. I come towards my elements index, means in my problem array 1 appear. Then in my hash array I come to first index, means 1's index, and remove 0 and add 1, means I tell my index that, hey index, remember 1 appear 1 time. When loops come toward this second, I come towards second index of my hash array and say 2 appear 1 time. When in my problem array 3 appear, I come toward third index of hash and say 3 appear 1 time. I come again, I iterate in my problem array and again I see 1 appear. I come toward my first index and increment its value by 1. Third time I come towards in problem statement. Again I come in problem array. Again 1 appear. I come towards first index and say that 1 will appear 3 times. Last, when I iterate in problem array, I see 2. I come towards second index of my hash array and say that 2 is appeared twice. Okay, I will do that. And when user ask me, tell me how many times 2 appears. User give me 2. So what should I return? Let's say this is the problem array, PA. So I will return the second index of my hash array, means I will return hash of n, and you can see n is equals to 2 in second index, hash of n. Now hash of n is 2 and 2 is our output. Let's say user will say that tell me how many times 1 appear, then I will return hash of 1 and here which is equals to 3. So this is how hashing will work. We completed why we need by problem, what is it, and what we do. This is the number hashing, and we write the code. I never write the code in any compiler and in VS Code, etc. Because in this DSS series, we will learn all concept independent of any language. Means if you know the concept, you must know how to write the code. So first of all, whichever language you pick to do DSA by this series, master in that language. Of course, in when I write a brute force code or should or shadow code, I use C++ as a reference language, but you can understand this same code by Java, Python, what language you pick. Let's write the code. This is my int main function. Inside main function, I declare an integer variable n, which is the size of array. Then I take input from user of n and declare an integer type array having length n, and then I take elements of this array int I is equals to 0 till I less than n, I plus plus c in array of I. Let's say in input I give array 1 2 3 1 2 1. So as I said you how my hashing array will created. I create an hashing array int hash. Here let's say take size 10. I know here there are maximum be 10, so that's why I give input here 10. If you know that in your code you will take up to 10 to the power 6, then you can write here definitely till 1 2 3 4 5 6 10 to the power 6 what you want. But for an example I will take here 10 to the power 10. I fill all these element of hash array by 0. As I said you already, I fill all the elements of this hashing array by 0. So how I declare it in C++? I just do it like that. Okay, then what should I do? For int I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus hash of array of I is plus equals to 1. Let's understand this line, which is the heart of this code. Here, I give 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 as an input. How my this line is work? This line work as first of all line comes towards this array and see 1. So how my line work? Hash of array of 0. What is hash of array of 0? Hash hash of array of 0 is 1 and plus equals to 1 means my hash of 1 become 1. Next time again iteration hash of 1 array of 1 is 2, so my hash of 2 will increase by 1. This is how this full lines of code will be implemented. And after this at last I take input from user int q means which number he want to return. Int q c in q and return, or I can say printf %d hash of this q. So this is all about number hashing part 1. In next video we will discuss about character hashing and more concept of hashing.